Chris Country. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Don't worry, I'm not driving or anything. I'm actually just letting my truck idle down to cool off the turbo before I shut down where I'm at. But anyway, I'm pretty sure you guys can tell based on the title of the video, you're probably wondering, what did I screw up? And of all things, I mean, it wasn't anything irreversible. It's just of all things, I screwed up on the oil change, believe it or not, on my truck here, my 2006 Dodge Ram 3500 with the 5.9 Cummins. It was just one of those things. I was changing the oil and trying to change out my differential fluids this past Friday, and this past Friday was really cold, really windy. Didn't get a whole lot of snow where we lived in our particular area of town, but I guess the rest of the state of Colorado, depending on where you were, got snow. But it was just really cold, really windy, so I wasn't too thrilled about it. And by the time Friday rolled around, I had already been doing little things on the truck for the past couple of days, just preventative maintenance. So I had by the time I got to the oil change, I already fought with my front differential, got that drain refilled, and then I believe it or not, guys, I dropped the drain plug, drained my oil out, pulled out my filter, got the new filter, put oil in the new filter, got that thing back up in there, and then I get that plug in, and for those that don't know, the 5.9 Cummins engine, at least from this generation, holds 12 quarts of oil if you count the filter. So I got probably about 10 quarts into the engine, and I basically bought like a big gallon jug of, this time I decided to go with the Dello oil. AutoZone was running a pretty good deal on it, so I figured I'd pick that up and give it a try. By the time I got about 10 quarts in, it just dawned on me when I'm pouring the oil into the engine that I'm like, I did not put the drain plug back in. And sure enough, I looked down, and not kidding you guys, the oil was just running out underneath the truck, and I'm like, mother. You can imagine I was probably swearing and using quite a few electrical gems at this point. But, I mean, it just sucked. I mean, it was just one of those things that just took the wind out of me, because I'm like, I mean, whatever money I did save by using that deal at AutoZone, I just lost, because I'm like, okay, got a whole bunch of oil on the ground. I obviously don't have enough oil to refill the engine, so I can't drive the truck anywhere because it doesn't have oil. So I had to, and unfortunately where I live, I could probably walk to an AutoZone, or I think AutoZone or Advanced Auto was probably my closest point, but just the distance to walk up there, and mind you, it's already 3 o'clock in the afternoon on January, like 2:30, 3 o'clock. I'm like, it's told I'd have to walk all the way up there, and then walk all the way back with this big jug of oil, and I'm just like, not feeling it. So I had to call a Lyft up and back. I usually go through Lyft for those situations. I'm still not a big fan of Uber, so I have to call a Lyft up and back. And fortunately, I had some discounts. I just from using Lyft before, so that did help. It still cost money, obviously, to go up and back. Had to buy another thing of oil. Had to buy a bag of Absorbol to get all the oil that was spilled. So it cost me money and just time. It made for a really long day. Had it not been for that mishap, I probably would have been done and on with the rest of my day. Probably, I was planning on wrapping up about 3:30, 4 o'clock. And I don't think I got done even working on the truck until 6:30. Because after I got the oil changed, I still had to do my back differential, which, that sucked too. But yeah, it was just one of those things. So I figured I'd share that story with you guys, because, I talked to a few of my coworkers out about it the last couple of days, and they're like, they've either done things similar to that, or they know people have done it. They don't know too many people have done it with diesel engines, because that's an expensive mishap. But I'm just figure I'd put it out there to you guys, for those that are either professional mechanics or do stuff on their own. What kind of repair mishaps have you guys endured? But that's my story. I figure I'd share that with you guys and see what you have to say or think about it. I'm Chris for Chris Country. I hope you guys are having a great day, week, weeknight, whatever time it is for you, wherever you may happen to be. Feel free to leave a comment, like, and subscribe, as it really helps out on my channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.